Good morning, collective. I love you. Thank you for all your minerals and vitamins. Good readings. Spirit told me, inspired me through your readings to talk about being out of your element. I picked up on the mermaid analogy, and one of my dreams was about someone, and I can definitely relate to this, where because of this curse maybe that you had to fight, you came back to a location that, you know, you're lucky to get any manifestations actually because you just don't vibe here. But you have to break this curse. And it's kind of out of your hands. Spirit told me that your humanity's going to get it right this time. Okay? And this is from Luke 23, when Herod was the king at the time and ordered all the children of Bethlehem to be murdered. Jesus refused to answer any of Herod's questions. Okay, he didn't answer any of them. And Herod made fun of Jesus basically, and sent him back to Pilate. Okay, well, there were riots and threats to report to Caesar, and Pilate gave a sentence to Jesus. That's not going to happen this time, because somebody has picked up on your story, collective. You may have to go to court, you may have to be a witness or testify, but that cross isn't for you. We've made that mistake many generations ago. They're well aware that this isn't where you belong. So yeah, so the dream that I had was I was trying to get away from this party because I knew there were people there I didn't want to see, so I was headed out the back door to go to the park with my girls, and I knew that, oh wait, I've got to I had these butterfly decals, and I was trying to tape them to my chest because I'm a mermaid, right? And I have to go out in this element, so I was trying to, yeah, I don't know, it's all symbolic. Anyway, location's really key for where your gifts are going to be the strongest. If you go to that astro.ch and you pull down charts, it'll let you do an astrograph. And the astrograph is really kick-ass because it'll show all the planets currently and where they're hitting your key planets. So let's say the sun is hitting your sun. Well, that's obviously a good location, right? Because the sun is talking to your sun. Or your Mars, your Venus. It'll tell you what planets are talking to yours, and that's really key. You know, the curse is the curse, and it's the delays. I don't know, collective, if you remember being in the wrong place with the wrong people, but it affected probably your health. It affected your mental health. It affected your spiritual health. I'm gonna be honest, I'm never this thin, but I almost feel like it's eating me, and they know it. They know that the delays are just like, oh, she'll be skin and bones by the time she leaves here, because I am leaving here. But they know that, see? So, and when I say, oh, go get a job anywhere, well, you know you have to go back in the matrix while you're finishing this up. So, but you also know that your gifts in the right location they can support themselves. You don't need to work at a gas station. So don't take it that way. What is it? Do as I say, not as I do, kind of thing. Because, yeah, you know, collective, we're all in different locations to help, but thank God we have each other to remind us of these things. Yes, you are correct. Our gifts are amazing. They should support us by themselves. Have I lost faith? Is that why I'm, going out working where I'm working? No. It just means I'm trying to be realistic in case Pilate calls me into court. That way I fit into this little thing, like, yo, she's got it together. So the other dream I had, this is a good one. You gotta listen to this one. I went to the Karmic Cafeteria. I know it was 3D, and I was astro traveling from the 5D, I guess, but I had to get in this because I had some beef with a karmic, right? So I go into this school cafeteria, and there are these tables, like, seriously, maybe 5 or 6, as long as like a football field, it seemed like. and there's all these people in there, and they're wearing these blue and beige Letterman jackets, and they're taking tests. They're at this cafeteria table, and they're packed in there, and they're taking the test because they know that they messed up, and they got to take, if they want to go to the where we're going, right? They got to get it right. So they're in here cramming on this test, and I bust through the cafeteria door, and I stand up on the table because there's so many people, so I got to find the one I'm looking for, right? I stand up on the table, I find the one I'm trying to, you know, exchange some words with. I don't encourage violence, okay? I think I only got away with this because it was, I don't even know how I got away with this, but I went up to the person and I said, "You took my money," and I punched their arm. And they just looked at me like, "Yeah, I'm taking this test." But what? And then I left. I went back out because I didn't belong there. You know, I had already taken that. So I got out of the cafeteria. But one of the things I was mad at myself for is like, "Oh, I didn't even say, you know, and you tried to take my life." And Spirit told me, "You're alive. You don't have to tell them that." So that's the gratitude, right? That's the gratitude. You're alive. Your heart is beating, and you're sharing your gifts. And I had a dream about a little girl, and at the time that I had, this was last night, this was the night before, I thought it was my little girl, but it wasn't when I thought about it again today, because she had blonde hair. But it's a little girl who sleeps upstairs somewhere. And she was upset. She couldn't sleep, and I had gone up there to help her. And she had her little iPad, and there was this noise or this humming that was disturbing her. And she's very sensitive to frequencies, whoever this little girl is. And I had to unplug some things around her bedroom so that noise would stop for her and she could go to bed. I don't know who she is or why. I guess I just wanted to help her. But yeah, I was called to tell you that, collective, so you can check on your little kids sleeping, and maybe it's a fire hazard. Maybe you should just check the things plugged in around their bed. But you know, some of these newer little star seeds, they have sensitivities we're not even aware of. This morning I was amazed at the sensitivity of my cat. I had the food in a red bowl. I just happened to have a red bowl. The cat wouldn't touch the food. And I thought, are cats colorblind? Like, what? Why isn't? But she could smell the food, which was funny. So she was taking her paw and she was like getting it out. She didn't like the bowl, but she was putting the food on the floor to eat it. I thought that was so cute. And then I realized, I bet you to a certain extent they're colorblind. And then I switched bowls for her. So, A, we might be out of element. B, you might be colorblind. C, do your astrolocation chart. So we can use your gifts to the best and powerful abilities that they are, and we're designed to be executed. Yeah. A lot of shapeshifters out there, and they're sending all these horrible visions. Why would you do that? Had a vision of like a black snake, had a vision of a spider. I thought, oh, it's a wolf spider. And it had like these long ass antennas that were fuzzy, and then it tried to turn into something else. I don't know, but I thought, I gotta get out of here before I see a scorpion. Yeah, I didn't want to sleep last night. I'll be honest, I didn't want to, because the last time I tried to sleep, I looked at my phone. There was 1227 on the phone. 1227, I'm sure, is an angel number, but collective also, it could be like a birthday. So I knew who was affecting my dreams, and I didn't appreciate it. So be aware too, when your phone shows you stuff like that, it could be a birthday of someone. I'm sure you already tuned into that. You got a bird. Make it go away. That's you too. Make it go away. Yeah, out of element. I'll have to read more about the mermaid. Somebody had mentioned that in a reading, and I thought that was kind of interesting. Because because I've always done really good around water. When I lived on the coast, I had my tribe, you know. I felt like my gifts were appreciated. They didn't question the way I did things or the way I thought. They thought it was brilliant. But then you go into a different location, like, what the hell are you? They don't even recognize you, right? Like, oh, so you had to be nice, right? You had to fit in. So you went out of your way being a people pleaser. God don't want you to be a people pleaser. He wants you to be you. He doesn't want you to get into situations where you're doing stuff just to make ends meet. You know? Alright, so I got this angel, this patient angel. This is you. My little girl says to me, that's the same name as one of the girls at my school. And I thought, wow. Because you know when people were naming their kids like after like flowers and vegetables and things, I thought now they're naming them after angels. Good, that's a good sign. There's a struggle. There's a struggle for the patients. Because even though you may be hanging in there, getting guidance from your angels to be patient, I feel like this is in your environment. I think other people aren't dealing with it as well. Their story is unraveling, you know, it's going to come out, and they're fighting. They're fighting for more of this, but time's kind of run out at this point. This is in your subconscious. You know you close that cycle. You know that it's done. You know that humanity's going to make the right choice, right? That you're not going to be on that cross with Jesus, although you, collective, have all the gifts of the ascended Jesus. You don't deserve to be on that cross. And this is in the forefront of your mind. Use your gifts. Use your gifts. No matter who it affects, use your gifts. No matter where you're at. Do your best, you know. You know that you may not be in the highest vibration. And some of you may already be in a really high vibration location-wise, but even if you're not, do what you can do with what you have. Moving away from this death that occurred, I think you've kind of silenced a lot of it. If you have to go into court and you have to speak, collective, you know what's funny, in the Bible, Jesus never moved fast. Like, you don't like read scriptures about, oh, and he sprinted over and he galloped over here, or he moved hastily. I mean, he moved really slow. He moved like that Pisces energy, that really wise pace. If you have a Mars in Pisces, check that out, because you've got that really wise, almost like a water being would move. You know what I mean? Like just slow and steady, but it's not even really steady. It's like you floated. So that may be what you're experiencing during this death, because there's really nothing you can do about it. Toward this, I like these cards. I like this. I like this reading. That's all you want. You want the truth. And in your environment, check it out. Nobody wanted that truth to come out. They don't feel too hot about that. They don't like that. This is how people might see you with choices and things. I think the boundaries have been set, so even if you are in a position to make a choice, the discernment's high enough that you kind of know what you're looking for and what you're not looking for. That was a loud bird. Right when I said choices. You know what you're looking for. Yeah! The bird's like, yeah, I know what I'm looking for. Yeah, honesty would be one good thing, quality. So this is in your hopes and wishes. This may be the energy that you're walking in, because you're realizing, I may have to do A, B, and C, but I still want this to be at the forefront of what I honor. I think that's a wise choice, collective. And then this is the outcome, is this independence. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's a good energy for today. What is today, 28th? So it's master number 1. New moon, kind of like yesterday, today, maybe a little bit. You got this. I love you, collective. Have an awesome day.